Bob Kiefer, and this is my wife Dominique.
Hello.
Together we own Divine Science Brewing. We actually just started in Southern California, so we're really excited. It's actually great. We're actually here up in Oregon for Groundbreakers hosting of the Gluten Free Homebrewing Club's 1-year anniversary. So we're super excited to be a part of it. That's actually where I got my start in Gluten Free Beers homebrewing. I've been gluten free actually since 2010. So back then, that was when there was really not that much on the market, especially where I was living at the time in Southern California. Still there now today, and still same situation. So yeah, we had to do something about that. So we've actually just released our first flavor to the market in Southern California, known as Third Contact IPA. We're go ahead.
It's definitely an IPA for everybody, not just for people that are gluten-free, but definitely safe for people who are gluten-free. We only use gluten-free ingredients from gluten-free certified maltsters. All our different purveyors are gluten-free certified ingredients.
Are you using grouse?
Yeah, we use grouse and Eckerd primarily as our base grains and things like that. Obviously, coming from the homebrew scale, gluten-free homebrewing's been using those grains for a long time. So we definitely obviously like the flavors and taste, and that's where a lot of the R&D actually came from, is at the homebrew scale. I think one of the things that's been just so incredible about just the kind of the run up to starting the brewery is the community. Honestly, not just the gluten-free community, the regular brewing community. And I think one of the things that a lot of people worry about is how we're received with regular brewers, and most people are just fascinated. And I think that's one of the things that's great, is that it really does stay true to this, to the aspect of homebrewing, that these are creative people. Like, they care about people doing new things that they're not familiar with. It's all about learning from them. And so one of the things that was, I think, really helped me understand how viable this really is as a business is at HomebrewCon, there was all these different brewers that only brewed barley beers. And we had a line for 4 straight hours serving the beers that we made ourselves. And it was just nonstop. Just people are like, "Oh, this is gluten free. Wow, I've never had one of these." Or, "How do you do it?" Or all those different types of questions, which is it's so fun, because I think that's what really makes it. You feel like you're a part of something bigger. I think that's one of the things that I've noticed from your blog, Lindsay, is this aspect of feeling like you've just been left out, or just like, "Oh, cool, well, just kind of lop that other side of the group off." And
it's the reason my blog exists.
There you go.
Because that's exactly how I felt.
And so
no one likes to be left out.
No.
So that's why I think she likes to say that. I mean, that's what I used to say when she started her pie business, because she owns a gluten-free bakery.
We'll have to talk more about that
we'll
after.
Have to talk more about that, exactly. That's for another vlog. But that was one of the things that I like to say, is that this is pie that I believe just about everybody that can have, and that's something that we really pride ourselves on, and I've always been about, is that we want everybody to be able to drink our beer. And that's the focus. It is that social aspect. I was listening to your recent podcast that you were a guest star on, and it is so true. Like, you can learn more about a culture by their beer than you can by just about anything else, and that's so true. Is beer is culture, and that's one of the things that I really want to bring to the area that we're in. Is that's one of the things, like,
they're missing it.
Going gluten-free is almost like literally signing a death certificate for some people, because you're never going to go out after that.
Stop becoming social.
Oh, I just don't know. I can't take the risk, whatever it is, and it sucks. That's the last thing I want to hear, is that people giving up. Like, no.
Not anymore.
No way.
Not in California, anyway.
Not California.
And that's kind of like, actually, weirdly enough, and it's funny, because the name of the beer, Divine Science, there kind of has this aspect, and I didn't actually intend on this, but it seemingly has a grandiose aspect, and that's not really what we're after. It's about, using the things that we know we can do, and using science to bring gluten-free to this, and actually do it in a smart, scientific way, instead of this, well, the legal limits say we can do this. And that's not my style.
Not
like,
appropriate.
I'm not necessarily a rule follower, but I'm not gonna play a legal game where people get to roll the dice when they drink my beer. I don't really think that that's fair to everybody, at least.